confines of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
Beyond.
B to the on, C to the Izzo.
Oh, man, he's mixing it up beyond.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 106 of Podcast Beyond.
106?
Yup.
Man, we're racking back up again.
Boop, 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 boop.
Greg, what is into
I'm
you
in a
today?
rare mood. I got a whole bunch of stuff to write. I'm jacked up on coffee.
Nice.
So we're going to do things slightly differently this week because I have to leave in about 15 minutes. So we're going to do the intro, and then we're going to skip right to reader mail, and then I'm going to go, and then the show will continue with
but
Greg
don't
and
forget
Ryan.
to introduce us first.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Henceforth, no, it's off. We're off
All right.
the chart now, and it's over. So this is not Podcast Beyond episode 106. Now episode Beyond Crazy Pants.
There you go. Well, it should be AKA Beyond Crazy Pants.
No,
otherwise,
we just deleted it.
No, because then we screw up our counts.
So
Well, no. Well, it'll still be labeled that way, but now listeners have to go while they're listening and rename the file.
I see. Yeah. So rename
Podcast
episode
Beyond
Crazy
episode
Pants.
Crazy Pants?
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right, do it.
All right. So let's get in with the rope report.
It's time for some news.
There's not much to say this week. Star Trek DAC is coming to the PSN, also the PC. It's
DAC?
already been available on Xbox Live.
For a while.
What
Yeah.
does DAC stand for again?
I have no idea.
It is the
I don't like
classes,
Star
I
Trek.
believe, of the ships in the game. But I haven't played it in so long, I don't remember.
Oh, wow, you're being serious. I
Yeah,
thought you
no,
were
I'm for
maybe.
real.
All right.
There you
I'm
go.
for real.
Ninja Theory, the folks that made Heavenly Soul. Heavenly Soul. They are now working on a game called Enslaved. Coming to the PlayStation 3 and also the Xbox. Not a PS3 exclusive.
Loosely
Nope.
based on Journey to the West.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it could be interesting.
Ryan, you will come back to this later while I'm not here. But there is you were in Japan recently at a Final Fantasy 13 event.
That's why I'm pretty tired right now.
And a release date was named, give or take, a release date was named for Japan. In Japan.
Yes.
Coming out there before Christmas time.
Yeah.
That is December 25th for people that don't celebrate it.
Right. Well, that's Christmas time, not the release date.
Right. I'm saying
Right.
before then is when
Right.
it comes out.
Yes.
In
But
Japan.
there's no U.S.
Correct.
thing. Although there will
nothing
be,
confirmed yet.
and there will be in Japan a PS3 bundle
With the Slim.
with the thing in it. Yeah, I guess
with the Slim, yeah.
with Final Fantasy 13 in the box.
Yes.
There
And
you
we
go.
And the date was the 17th, by the way.
December 17th.
Yes.
Okay. So all I saw was what I was coming before Christmas. So that's good. December 17th. There you go.
Yeah.
Booyah.
If I'm remembering correctly,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was what
So
it was.
make sure
but-
you importers put it on your list there. Be like, don't spend all your money on me in right after day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Save some of that cash for December 17th.
And then import a cat.
Yeah.
Ride it around.
So
Buy
for
a
those
little
of you
saddle for it.
for those of you looking forward to Uncharted 2, which should be pretty much everybody, there is not going to be a regular in-store special edition of the thing. There's going to be what is called the Fortune Hunters edition, I believe, which it's pretty cool. It's this bigger box. It's signed by the development team. It's got the little
This thing
stabby
they're looking-
blade
the
thing in it.
Marco Polo blade,
Yeah.
right?
It's in all the trailers, whatever. So it comes with that thing. I think it's life size, although it's pretty big. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I would be willing to pay upwards of $100.
yeah. But the thing is, you can't buy this. You can only
$150
win it.
Roper.
You can only. I'm sure somebody will put it on eBay, but you can only win this. Go to the official PlayStation blog for to.
They
you
don't
know,
even
go
have
on there.
details yet, right?
Yeah, there's no details, but sooner than later you'll be able to. The game comes out October 13th, so
Yeah, it's coming up.
yeah,
Fast.
we're only about a month away. So
Do you think they're going to do at some point like not a super special edition, but just a standard special that maybe comes with?
it's too late to announce it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they would have already known about that. And then the last bit of news I'll mention today, I told you there wasn't a whole lot of stuff this week, is that PlayStation Home is getting some crap in the future, whatever. Some of it might be PlayStation Store access from inside of PlayStation Home. So if you want to go extra crazy, instead of just going to a virtual store, you can now go to a virtual land and then access a virtual store. Mm-hmm. So,
Where are my avatars? That's the news you need to answer, Sony.
yeah.
Did they not come yesterday? Or today?
I don't know.
Today's Thursday.
Ryan was
Yeah,
drinking
not
water
live
when
yet.
that happened. Staving off the swine flu.
Yeah, I forgot it was not. When I left Japan, it was Wednesday afternoon. Then when I got back in the morning here, it was Wednesday morning somehow.
Yeah.
Even though I spent 10 hours traveling.
Yeah, you time travel. Although
Yep.
you lose like 7 years when you travel there. So
Oh God,
Yeah.
7 years?
yeah, you
like
look,
off my life.
You look much older than when you left. Anyway,
It's just the bags under my eyes.
yeah. Now, like I said, we're gonna do some reader mail right here, so I can get out of here after this part.
Mail call.
Read mail!
Woo!
First piece of mail this week comes from Return of Samus, and he says, How do you get to decide who goes to what show? Speaking of which, with Ryan going to Japan. For instance, why was Ryan the one who went to Gamescom and then also to Japan? The answer to that is in the event of something like the Final Fantasy 13 event, Ryan's the biggest Final Fantasy fan here, so he went to that thing. But in terms of like TGS and Gamescom and that sort of stuff, the overseas stuff particularly, it's sort of a rotating cast of, because it's cool to go to those countries even though you basically work the entire time.
It's not cool.
All right, you're not going to
I think
TGS
it's
anymore.
cool.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
But it's basically like, everybody wants to go to Japan at some point in their life, so it's like, all right, hey, you haven't been before, you'll go this year, et cetera, et cetera. So we just kind of rotate the cast. And we basically, and then it's like, all right, we generally try to send one person from each team. So who on the PlayStation team has been to Japan yet? And then it was Greg, so he's going this year.
Yep.
And then it, basically goes on like that. So that's the answer to that one. Black Mantle writes
Really
and he says,
excited.
yeah. Black Mantle writes and he says, when it comes to time to review a game, what difficulty level do you usually start on? I think we've answered this one before, but it is a good question.
Normal.
Yeah. Generally speaking,
yeah.
I mean, we just
Whatever's
always
the
start with
default.
normal. Normal is what the game is tuned for everybody to play. So that's what we play on first. Then if you have time or you want to go back and play it on hard or
See,
something.
sometimes when they have a extra hard difficulty locked, I'll go and do the one beforehand to get it. Like
Yeah.
I just did Marvel, and I played through my first playthrough was on Super Heroic, which then unlocked Legendary.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Did it make you feel super heroic?
No, not really.
Yeah. The one exception to that, I think, are music games. Eric and I usually review most all of them, and we just both play on expert because it's kind of.
Because you're men.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, those games are designed at the hardest difficulty level and then cater down for everything else. So, basically, we play on what it was meant to be played as. So there we go. But so in the case of Ninja Gaiden, when you can die a bunch of times and then lose and then go down to easy, we don't play there. If that happens to me, I quit and restart and reload or whatever.
I see.
Frog Splash 45 says, knowing that Sony has a trademark on the term Mod Nation and not specifically Mod Nation racers, do you think we may see other genres receiving the play, create, share treatment? And if so, what genres would you guys like to see it happen to?
Mod Nation Fighters.
That's
Having
not a
like
bad
a fighting
idea.
game
Yeah, that's not bad.
that you can
That's good.
make.
Yeah.
Build your own levels, I guess, to fight in, right?
Well, build your own levels and then build your own characters
Set items
and
and
fighting
stuff.
styles and stuff. Yeah.
I would like to see one that's very similar to racers, I guess, but has to do with flight. So you can build planes and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would
yeah,
be
yeah,
fun.
That'd be kind of cool.
I think it would be cooler to have like an aerial level than just a track around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've had games in the past where you're not just flying through space, but you're flying through canyons and that sort of thing.
Diddy
And
Kong Racers.
Yeah, so I
they
I
had
think
planes.
Yeah, I think that kind of thing would be pretty cool for it.
Mod Nation Bass Fishing.
Ooh, make your own fish.
Design your
I
own
like it.
bass.
I like it. I make a fish the size of the earth.
Make your own boat.
Yeah.
Gotta make a bigger boat.
I think there have been create your own fighting games in
have.
on like Flash games and stuff, but I don't know if there's been a full. Have there been full retail discs?
WWE SmackDown vs. Raw. You can create fighters there. Combatants, and you can make their moveset too.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Make
No,
them-
there
make the
have
moves.
been a couple.
Yeah, yeah.
There have been a couple of fighter creators. I don't know that any of them were.
Super fleshed out though.
The ones that totally let you create everything from the start, and I'm not counting something like Soul Calibur 3 or 4 or whatever, but where you could make your own moves and stuff, I don't think that those have ever been amazingly, because you're working with a console controller, anyway.
Right.
Super Jedi SS3 says, should we expect a full review for the God of War collection or just get updated impressions? I don't see why we would not review the game at this point.
Kind of lazy.
Yeah, it'd be kind of lazy to do it.
We
Also-
are kind of lazy.
Well, we are, except that I am looking for a reason to have to play through God of War 1 and 2 while I'm at work again.
It'd be great
So-
if we just took the original 2 reviews and pasted them in one review.
So that basically
That's
would
a
be
whole other introduction right at the halfway through.
no. I'm serious. That actually would be the only thing that we would not do if there wasn't a review. And it might link to those. So like, if the games are absolutely identical, which may be the case, I will certainly link to the old ones in both of them and
Yeah.
say, if you want the full details for here, but, of course, the game's still fun. Whatever.
With the graphical overhaul and putting on a new system, it's completely different than, say, like Little Big Planet, which we just did
Right.
Game of the Year edition, where we just dropped a box in the beginning and said, everything's true about what you're about to read is true, and
Right.
this is what's in the new one and why it's cool.
Yeah, so there will be no point for me to go in and say, the combat system in God of War works like this, whatever. I'm going to go in and I'm going to say these games are still fun or whatever it is. I know that they're still fun. And here's what it was in the update. If you want to read more, go to the old reviews.
Spoiler alert.
Spoilers. There's my review. I'm going to give it.
games are still fun.
Here's a spoiler. I'm going to give it somewhere between a 0.0 and a 10.0.
Okay.
So go look for that one. Let's
What do you
see.
think Jay Leno would give it?
A chin.
Greg, you guys. You're just off the wall today.
Deathly Hallows writes in, he says, do the shoulder buttons on the PSP Go make a clicky sound? The buttons on the current ones, 1 through 3000, have always bothered him. We don't have one in the office right now.
That's a good question.
as
I
of
don't
yet.
remember.
I do not think that they do.
Okay.
I don't think they click. I think that they're more like, they feel more like the R1 and L1 on the DualShocks, where you can tell that they're pressed and they don't feel like cheap plastic, but they're a little more on and offy than those, I would say.
Okay. Tell you what, Deathly Hallows. I'm going to an event next week to play with PSP Goes. Ryan, you're coming with me. I don't know if you've checked your emails.
No, I
And
haven't.
you need to RSVP to this event. So get on that.
Okay.
And I will click on one and I'll let you know.
There you go. Pseudoprime 1979 says, I like this question. If you could build the best controller by taking parts of other controllers or peripherals, for example, the PlayStation or the Xbox 360's triggers, the Dreamcast VMU, things like that. So basically any part of any of the controller, and match them up Frankenstein style and make the best controller ever, what parts would you use and why?
I would say.
I would take nothing from the Wii controllers.
Good.
Yep.
Take all the DualShock 2. Make it wireless. And I would be done.
Yeah.
No, I would probably put I like the Xbox joysticks. I like a little bit more. They feel a little bit more. There's more resistance. I feel on them. I like that for when I'm playing like a shoot or something.
I also like how they're concave instead of convex.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Or convex instead of convex.
Whatever.
Whichever way.
They
go
go down.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I do... Well, first of all, you absolutely need to have the D-pad of the PlayStation 3 controllers because that 360 D-pad is the biggest piece of garbage. But I actually have gotten used to the curved triggers on the PS3 controllers.
Way.
No, I've gotten used to them. I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying that they don't bother me
So
anymore.
you have Stockholm syndrome.
I don't know what that means.
Really?
Sorry. Yeah.
It's where you'd be taken hostage by a terrorist or something.
Okay.
And eventually you'd come to sympathize with them.
Oh,
you'd
that's
be
what
around them so
yeah,
long that you'd be like, you're right.
I've heard that.
Down
yes.
with America.
Down with America.
So
down with those triggers.
What I would do is basically mash the 360 controller and the DualShock 3 together. So I'd have the DualShock 3 form factor, maybe slightly more curved a little bit, but the same size. I like the size of it better than the 360 controller. I would have the PS3's D-pad, the 360's analog sticks, like you were saying, and the 360's triggers instead of the one that's on there, but the PS3's face buttons.
See, I don't think the 360 triggers would work on the DualShock, and that's why I just went back to the DualShock 2, so I didn't have the stupid PS3 weird-ass trigger.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, now is broken at home. It's too sensitive. Where if I even brush it, and I mean brush it, whatever that happens.
But you don't like how you can have like the like for acceleration or for that sort of thing.
See, that's why I want the 360's triggers.
Yeah.
They're better for racing games and such. Anyway, although I usually play with the right analog stick. Jamie453 says, I want a PSP Go, but I also want to play Invisibles. Any ideas on a camera for the PSP Go? And are there any news on the supposed UMD solution for the Go? Meaning transferring your old UMD games to digitals.
No. And I don't even... I mean, I think Invisibles is cool, and I'm very excited for it. We didn't have the camera in the States in general.
Yeah.
I'm not giving Invisibles a high likelihood of coming out here and working.
Yeah.
I mean,
where's the keyboard?
Yeah. The GPS.
Where's GPS?
Sony in America does not support any of the crazy little things that the PSP can do. I think Invisibles, even though they say they're trying to get it here and everything, I doubt we will ever see it here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Getting the camera to go on the Go would also be very tricky because there's only one input. It's on the bottom of the system.
Yeah.
And it's not very thick there. There's nothing for it to really clamp onto.
Yeah.
Unless you had to open the system.
It would be like a dongle almost hanging off that you'd like a miniature PlayStation Eye.
Or something. Or if it was attached there, it would either have to be a really, really tiny camera so that the input thing itself held it in place, or it would have to only clamp on either when it's open or closed. If you want to do the other, you have to take it off. So I give it very little chance it's going to happen.
In terms
but we'll
of
see.
UMD solution, no, they have not said anything. Anytime you ask them about it, they say they're still working on it. So I'm now declaring on September 10th, 2009, that Sony duped us. There is no solution. They will never have a solution.
I didn't
All
think
your
they would
UMDs
either.
are garbage.
Agreed.
Well, you would just keep your old system.
They are garbage.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to do that. I bought this thing for, whatever, $170. $170. And now I'm not going to trade it in to get the $250 thing.
Well, I'm not going to trade. Are you kidding?
Duped.
I'm not going to
Everybody's
trade in
duped.
my 3,000.
Well, of
That's
course not. We
ridiculous.
make IGN money. But, I mean, a normal person out there working at Burger King, driving their beat-up van with a wizard on the side, listening to Beyond on the highway. They can't help that.
I want to be that person for a day.
You can.
Yeah,
I'll
To
just
buy a van, I'll paint a wizard on it for you.
Man,
I'm not a good artist.
That would
I'll
be
just warn you that. I just warn you.
Oh man, we should have done it before Eric.
I'm also going to use finger paints and not put any sort of like covering over top it, so it'll go away over time. It'll be real
There was a
nice
guy
and
in
classy.
Columbia who lived in my apartment complex, and he had a van that they would paint just random video game stuff on it. He had Zelda on one side and Metro on the other.
Pretty good. Return of Samus wrote in again. He says, "What were you guys doing 10 years ago? This was yesterday." On 9/9/99, buying a Dreamcast, Final Fantasy VIII, both, or something totally different.
I had just started my sophomore year of high school. I would not buy a Dreamcast.
Yeah, I forgot. You're only a year or two? Is it 2 years older than me?
I'm 26.
All right, yeah. So I would have just been entering high school, I guess. And I think I also, I got a Dreamcast when it launched, and I got Final Fantasy VIII soon after, I want to say. I think. I remember getting 8 soon after it came out.
So I'll tell you what I did, because this is kind of a funny story. Is there, back in the 1999s, the internet was throwing millions of dollars in anybody's face who decided to log on to a website. And there was a site that is long dead that was called America something. I can't remember the name of the site, but it's not there anymore. But this was one of those sites, like, you would go on there and you would, it was a store, but you could also go on there and rate products and basically say your interest level on products, and they would give you a point or whatever it was. And when you got a certain amount of points, you could use that as a bonus. It was some crazy, stupid thing. And I would just put a macro program on to go through and click stuff for me or on stuff. Nice. So basically, I was able to order a Dreamcast plus like 5 games and an extra controller for a grand total of like $250.
Nice job.
So, I mean, it was like 50%, or it was more than 50% off my order. So I ordered it before then. So on 9/9/99, I was waiting like the week or two for it to show up.
I friggin' love the Dreamcast. Man, I think I still have mine. It was such a fun system.
Yeah.
Psychic Force 2012 was one of my favorite fighting games when I was growing up. I want readers to write in and tell me if they've ever heard that game, because it's classic and awesome. There you go.
My math's wrong, isn't it?
Our last piece of mail before I leave today, and the show continues without me, is coming from Espionage. He says, any impressions for Need for Speed Shift, and when can we expect a review? You can expect a review today. Probably around the time that this podcast goes up. I'm writing it myself. I'm slamming that paper down. You can't see it, but you can hear it. Did I just stop the show? No, I'm bidding on a different table.
Nope, we're fine.
So
for a quick, I got to correct myself here. I was a junior in high school.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
You're doing math on
I
paper.
was a freshman.
There you go. But as far as Need for Speed Shift goes, that game is awesome. Very, very much buy it if you're a racing fan at all. So, there you go. I'm very happy with that game. I'm scoring it, I'll tell you this much, over twice as high as I did the PS3 version in the last game. Which is really crazy. I'm remembering that I gave the PS3 version of last year's game a 4.0. And assuming that's true, it's over twice as high as that. Yeah.
Who's the developer on this recent one?
This is Slightly Mad Studios, and they did the GTR series on the PC.
Oh, okay. So they know what they're doing with racing games?
Yes. There you go. I am going to take off and go watch my daughter. So,
so long.
Have fun with the rest of the show.
All right, thanks, buddy. Bye. Sing them off.
Beyond.
The door's closing.
Goodbye. All right.
Now let's go crazy.
He's gone. We're getting nut right now. Tell me what I'm
dialing up some. All right. Greg has got his phone. He's got the phone out. He's calling somebody up. I'm gonna watch your foot. I'm going to put the phone over, or the thing over here. Put this here.
Now it's happening. This is an unscripted call. You don't know who I'm calling.
Yep.
I'm calling somebody unscriptedly.
All right, here we go.
It's completely unknown what's going to happen. Except me. I know what I'm going to say.
Let's find out what's going on. Don't know what's happening. You sure whoever is there is home?
No.
Oh. We going to leave a message?
Sure.
Right. Does this speakerphone work on this phone?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Hi, this is Jeff Rubenstein from Sony PlayStation. Probably just couldn't pick up the phone, so if you want to leave me a message, I'll get right back to you, or you can just send me an email.
Jeff, it's Greg Miller from Podcast Beyond. Here is an email and voicemail. Where the hell are the new avatars on the PSN, man? I've been patient for a while, getting fed up with it. There we go. Yeah,
man.
This is going to be a good show.
Oh, that was
Roper's
intense.
gone. Now we can let our hair down. I'm going to kick this chair. Hold on.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. And I'm talking into mics, and I'm rapping like a man.
Oh, wow. I love how your raps always turn into you making sound effects. That dong. All right, so
wait
let
till
me.
I get Beaterator, then we'll see really stuff happen.
Hold on, I didn't. Do you have a pen on you?
Yeah, there's one right there.
Great.
Why? What do you need right now? Did we curse? Did I curse?
No, no, not at all. I want to mark down what we have done and what we haven't done, so I can be ready. All right.
Mike Doherty asks, "Are you guys Panda Beyond?"
Yeah, I'm a panda.
No, we're not. Panda means you're drunk.
Oh, no, I'm not panda.
I thought that was weird. Because I put on Facebook, it's Crazy Beyond.
Okay.
And I actually said, it's starting to record Podcast Beyond, episode Crazy.
Okay.
So now we have 90 requests already, so I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyways, go. What's next?
So I was wondering, do we have an official list of something to tell the readers?
Oh, sure. I have the official list of crap coming from IGN by the Crappy All right, PlayStation 3 gets Beatles Rock Band, Mini Ninjas, Dirt 2, Little Big Planet Game of the Year Edition. PSP gets Disgaea 2, Dark Hero, and Dirt 2. PS2
Dark Hero Days.
Nothing. Sorry, Dark Hero Days. I couldn't read it all off the thing.
Totally fine.
Dirt 2.
Dirt
also.
2.
And then PS2 gets nothing. Which
no
Beatles
PS2
Rock Band
today? Yeah.
No Beatles Rock Band, according to GameStop.
You never know about them.
But see, I don't remember Hillary reviewing it either. So I'm pretty sure that's true.
So okay, so let's talk about some GameStop people.
Okay.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't talk about them on Beyond.
Their real names or the people we know?
Yeah, the people we know.
Okay, what are you going to tell? What kind of story?
Well, I was just going to say
we've
that
talked about them before.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, this is, it's not a bad thing at all, but one of the gals that works at the GameStop that we always go to, that we love, because we love all those people there.
Yeah.
Do you know, she said that she has been working at that GameStop for 12 years.
That's dedication.
Sorry. Not at that GameStop, but in the company for 12 years, which was amazing to me, because some of the IGN veterans who have been working at this company, which is like this huge, massive company, have only been here for like 7 to 8 years, you know?
Yeah.
And some of our bosses, and this gal has been working there for a long time. So
I just want to toss this out. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying she's finally moving on to a different company. Yeah.
No, I didn't catch that part of the story.
Yeah.
Who's leaving? Just tell her name. Is it under wraps that you can't? Should she not publicly announce she's leaving?
No, because she should be done like this week.
Oh, then who is it?
Leanne.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I cannot believe that she's one of my favorite people at our GameStop.
I know she's really great. She's always been very nice to us.
All right, everybody, if you are in the San Francisco Bay Area, you go to the GameStop in Tan Fran Mall and you say goodbye to Leanne.
Yes, but she's
Beyond.
Only going to be just going over to the Barnes & Noble in that same Tan Fran Mall.
Well, I don't read, so that doesn't help me. And I can't trade in games there, so we're done. This is the end of me and Leanne ever being friends.
They sell
speaking to each
manga and comic books in there.
They do sell a lot of comics.
Yeah, they sell a lot of comics, so you'll be able to get that.
All right, real quick, too, since this was a crazy episode Beyond, on one of the comments, or again, we're doing the whole social networking thing here on Beyond. It's happening.
Yep.
Andrew Hammond wrote in to say, hey, I hope you guys answer my question. So I went to his profile, ready to call him. He could just tell us his question, but he does not have his phone number on Facebook, so he's screwed.
Oh.
Anyways, that's sad.
Poor dude.
All right, what's coming to the network? Huh? Do you know what's happening with the stuff?
Oh yeah, that's the thing I didn't have time to grab.
Well, maybe if
because I rolled right into the podcast.
Jeff Rubenstein wasn't too busy there.
I know,
not
raising
answering his phone. Anyways, then
do we know off the top of our heads what's coming?
There's
today?
a half-minute hero demo coming.
That's
and I
right.
cannot recommend that highly enough that you download this demo for your PSP.
I thought you were going to say I can't recommend it, and I was like, what?
I can't recommend it
because
it's my son. Dun, dun, dun. All right, now we're going to go a different way. Now we're going to get on the aims.
The aims?
And we're going to try to find Jeff Rubenstein there.
All right.
Or Chris and figure out what's happening in this thing.
Do you have Morel's aims?
Oh, I got everybody's.
All right.
I got everybody's aims.
Do it.
If you've been in the video game industry, you're on Greg Miller's aims list.
In the meantime, while you're signing on, do you want to do a pick of the week for today?
Well, what if there's a good game coming to the PSN?
Let's wait. Okay. Do you have any trophy tips? Have you been doing any trophy hunting
Yeah,
recently?
I've been Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Not going to be an easy platinum.
Okay.
I'm going to need to put a lot of work into it.
Okay.
So I've beaten it once on a playthrough. Now, granted, you're expected to go through multiple times in these kind of games. I've gone through once. I'm probably getting into the middle of my second playthrough, and I've only got probably like, I think 25 or 30% of the trophies at check. That's rough. And some of them are going to take a lot of work. You got to use everybody. You know how you've heard of this game?
Yes. I played it too.
Okay, good. 24 characters, I believe.
Okay.
There's more than 20 for sure.
Okay.
I think it's 24. Anyways, they each have a different fusion power with a different person. One of the trophies is do every fusion power with every character. It's like, oh man, that's crazy.
I hate doing the things where you actually have to like keep track on a piece of paper in order to understand what you're doing.
And gray out that's not fun at all.
All right, so not for the faint of heart is Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Ultimate Alliance.
There you go. So my trophy tip is have fun, play the game, but don't try to get the platinum because it will kill you and kill your face.
Well, we're just screaming right down the list of things to do here, and next up I want to talk about is not editor beatdown, but tournament winners, because we didn't really, I didn't get an update from Beast 786 today, only because I think he didn't realize I was going to be in the podcast today, because I came in especially for the podcast. I'm actually taking off today and tomorrow.
Because you've been everywhere.
Because I've been all over the world.
Nobody's online, so we are completely screwed.
Oh, don't forget we still have our topic of the week to do as well.
Oh, I'm not worried about
it. I sort of accidentally crossed it out because I was crossing out trophy tips from our little event list. Anyway, just to let the readers know, if they'd like to participate in the community challenges on the PlayStation Network and play people, you just go to our boards, the PS3 lobby, and find one of the people that do the community challenges, including Beast786. And you can play other IGN readers in a variety of popular PS3 games. For example, they had a BlazBlue tournament recently, and I like that game. So that's worth checking out. Greg, what's your status update on the AIMS?
No, nobody's on.
Oh,
neither Chris
really?
nor Jeff. Yeah,
really?
They've all fallen into a pit. They're in the
PlayStation
pit with
blog
Roper.
Is Roper
we have
Jeff.
no idea what the update is, other than the half-minute heroes.
Oh man, that's too bad. All right, so let's do our pick of the week based on what we know.
Pick of the week. The obvious pick here, no matter what, would be if you haven't played it yet. Little Big Planet Game of the Year edition.
Okay. I see.
We kept the same score for it, so it's a 9.5. Incredible.
Okay.
And they added a whole bunch of stuff to it. I mean, you get a lot of content there. You get all those Metal Gear levels. You get the history stickers. You get, the stickers on. You get the monster pack.
Okay.
Plus, there's 18 community levels that are specifically exclusive to this that were created.
I didn't know that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
When are they
no
doing
new trophies. Sad.
Okay. When are they doing that water update that we've talked about before?
Don't know. They're just doing as of now. They're just doing the beta, and I haven't even heard about anybody getting in the beta yet.
Okay. Good.
I just thought of something else, but I remembered it. I have time to recover this one. I thought I fumbled. I didn't fumble.
You didn't fumble.
I did not fumble.
I'm ready. Do it.
No, I'm not ready yet. I need to think of what I'm going to do.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Do you want to write it down?
No.
Okay.
Because I will just toss it in at the end. I just need to think of what I need people to do.
Would you like to move on to our topic of the week right now?
Let's do it. Or do you want to call a fan?
Yeah, let's call a fan first.
Call him.
Do it, man. Here, do we have the where's?
I'll grab it. I got it. He shouldn't answer it. Well, I hope this isn't his home. He looks like a kid. I don't know. We'll see. That's what happened when Roper leaves. That's not the right one. I'll get it. Don't worry. I got it. It's okay. Everything's gonna happen.
Just curious,
Yeah.
So now,
hold on.
Okay, here we go. Greg's putting up another microphone.
Please leave your message for 404.
Oh, damn it! I think we blocked it out well enough, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone can hear anything after 404.
Okay, good. Well, if you're Patrick Doran, I tried to call you, but as usual, you ruined the podcast.
Oh, too bad. All right, well, let's move on to topic of the week for now, then.
Okay.
Topic of the week.
All right, Ryan, hey.
You
went to Japan.
I did go to Japan.
What the F was that all about? I'm about to go to Japan. Why don't you just stay there and do all my work?
I wish I could, and I really do, but I have to move soon. I'm moving to my apartment in 2 days, but I went to Japan, not to move my apartment, unfortunately, but to see
you'd like to leave America?
Yeah, I'm done with America. Japan's better.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God! I'm not even entering into this conversation with you because I don't agree.
So no, I mean you've never even so much America.
Why am I made of Aquafresh toothpaste?
So I used to love that toothpaste. Anyway, I went to Japan for a little event about Final Fantasy 13.
A game you're very excited for.
A game I am very excited for. However, still a little unsure about some things. But we'll get into that in a bit. So what Square Enix did is Square Enix was kind enough to fly out a bunch of U.S. media to the Final Fantasy 13 premiere party, which was basically a mix between a mini press conference and not really a launch party because they're not launching the game obviously yet, but it's sort of to announce a bunch of new details. What they did is they uncovered the release date. As Roper said, they revealed a bundle. And they had the game playing, the TGS demo, which you could potentially see during TGS, but you don't have to because I played it.
I got other things to say.
I played it, and I did some hands-on, so if the readers haven't seen that yet, they can check it out. They also announced the game's title track. So basically what that is in Japan, obviously, they are going to have a Japanese song as the game's title track, which will either play during the opening credits or during the ending credits. I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but they announced the performer, the singer, the artiste,
there you go,
who is going to be performing that. Her name is, and I believe I'm getting this right because I only saw it a few times. I haven't looked before. I believe her name is Sayuri Sugawara.
Okay.
I believe.
Rolls off the tongue.
Sugawara. Yeah. Sugawara-san.
Saudi Sugawara.
Sayuri. Sayuri. It's basically Sayuri is her first name. But I would
Sayuri.
I would not call her first name because I don't know her that well.
Okay.
But anyway, she was there to perform with a live orchestra, and it was actually incredible. Like, it was she had a stunning voice, really pretty lady, so she was nice to watch.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying.
Womanizer Ryan Clements,
No,
everybody.
I'm just saying she looked very pretty. And but sure, obviously the focus of the event was on hearing her sing, and so that was awesome. To hear the live orchestra there, man, it was insane. It was really good. They were called the Cocoon Symphonics.
I like that name.
Cocoon being one of the locations in the game, that's a focal point for the story.
Is it connected to the movie with Wilford Brimley at all?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not at all, actually.
You remember that movie?
No.
Okay.
But
A bunch of old people got in cocoons. They were young again.
Anyway, so let's take a moment now because you saw all the comments. I responded to some of the comments on my live
yeah, you
blog.
were right. Fired up.
I was fired up.
Ryan goes there, right? And he's trying to do his best here.
11 hours there. Yep.
One man sent out to see one of his favorite game or a franchise he's very excited for.
Right.
And not to mention most knowledgeable RPG guy in the office.
One of them. I mean,
No.
Jeremy knows a lot about RPGs.
Yes, but he's not on the editorial staff anymore. Really.
Yes.
When you ascend to where you're like on a cloud just watching us, Yeah, I don't need to. Whatever. I'm sure some dead guy is a better football player, but he's dead. He's gone. I can't say if he's better than Terrell Owens anymore. Who knows?
All right.
Anyways, Ryan goes there. Busts his buns getting all the stuff. For no reason does a live blog. I don't think anybody else was doing it.
There were a couple live blogs.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't read any other site. That's my own fault, I guess. That's my own shortcoming.
No, it's okay.
Plus, I wasn't up at 3 a.m. whenever this was happening.
Yes. It was 3 a.m. in the U.S.
Anyways.
Yes.
Also, he's doing his best here, folks.
Yes.
Doesn't speak the Japanese.
Yes,
this is in the Japanese.
I know just the pleasantries in Japanese.
Yeah.
I don't know the full language.
Exactly.
And so,
on top of that, IGN laptops notorious for gobbling batteries for no reason whatsoever.
Yes, absolutely. So a bunch of readers got on and claimed that I was the worst video game journalist of all time because A, I didn't speak Japanese, B, my battery ran out during the event, and C, I was just making silly comments during the live blog because I didn't.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, couldn't really understand. Oh, something's beeping. Sorry.
Ryan's
I thought I heard. Okay, no, you're fine. I thought it was just the interference from your phone. But anyway, so there was a bunch of complaints. One reader even called for me being fired, which is funny because I don't think they realize that there's actual people on the other end of these jobs. Like it's not. We're not just.
They don't care. They're
we're not just we're not a name that appears, in the author field of an article. Yeah. We're people with feelings.
I really don't care.
But anyway. So, F him, right? I mean,
totally.
seriously. Jeez, I bet you're really good at your job flipping burgers. But anyway, that was mean.
He's probably 10.
Because actually,
Who's up at 3 a.m. reading Final Fantasy?
I worked at a Burger King, and so I have a lot of respect for people who, get down and dirty with just basic jobs, and I appreciate that.
We know you're not all 10 years old. We love
anyway,
you. Thank you for coming.
Yes, our laptops are terrible.
Yep.
They sent me to the event not because, obviously, we do have a Japanese correspondent, but he was unavailable. And so I had to go there because I've been covering the game. I know the game. And just because I can't speak Japanese doesn't mean that I'm going to be completely oblivious to what's going on because a lot of the stuff that they said during that had English text in the background. When they announced the release
date. You're there to play the game.
Yeah. When the release date goes up on the screen, a giant December 17th, hopefully that's the real date, December 17th, I sort of understood, they're announcing the release date because that's what the plan was. Also, I was unprepared, not because I was going into this unprepared, but because the Japanese offices of Square Enix didn't even give the U.S. Representatives of Square Enix, the people we talk to, the people we like, they didn't even get a timeline for the event until 5 minutes before the event started. So when we show up at the door to get in, the U.S. people are like, sorry, but okay, here's the timeline. Now you actually know what this event is, how the event is going to be organized.
Yeah.
And that still didn't even prepare me for how the event was actually laid out, which means that during the presentation that's happening, that I'm supposed to be live blogging, they get the hands-on stations going, and there's a limited amount of time. You have 45 minutes to go play, which didn't. So basically, I had to stop the live blog, go try and get hands-on time, and then come back. I was going to try and live blog more. That's when my battery died, and I was like, okay, I'll just try and go to do more hands-on time and figure out what's going on. Anyway, totally not ideal for a live blog.
You made the right choice.
Yes, but the readers there were a lot of readers who were like, this guy did fine. He warned us ahead of time that it was going to be messy. And then some of those readers just don't understand how this industry works.
Remember too that in writing anything, whether it be newspaper, magazine, 95% of any comment you will get will be negative.
Yeah.
People who love your work, they read it and they move on. They don't most of the time.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who do write in to say you did a great job on this, but majority it's you are stupid. I hate you. Why would you do this?
So I did. I mean, I tried to write back politely and address these concerns the readers have.
I would not have. I would have been very mean.
Yes, I know. Well, I'm a polite person. I try and be.
I'm not.
But anyway, let's actually talk about what really matters. And that's what that event was about. 20 hours of travel, 10 hours there, about 10 hours back. I only got to play the game for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you guys would think that 20 hours on a plane is worth 10 minutes, it would have been a fun time for you. I actually love Japan. I'm all about Japan. So I adored going there, even though it was a basically day. We got in, the following night was the event, and then we left the next morning. But it was still worth it. The game, they showed a new trailer for the game, which was one of the most incredible trailers I've seen in a long time. Which revealed a bunch of new characters, revealed what Saz, the African-American dude with the big fro and the two guns, they revealed what his summon is going to be, because that's like a big, I guess he wouldn't be African-American because he's not really America.
Yeah.
They're in like Cocoon and Pulse. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say though, right?
Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon.
Yes, exactly. But anyway, they revealed what his summon was, which is basically, it looks like Ifrit, which is Ifrit, which is a classic summon. No, it's not a French fry?
Yeah.
No, there's no French fry.
Well, frites.
Frites.
In French.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of that. No, but it was this fiery demon-looking thing with a giant sword, which turned into a hot rod with machine guns attached
I noticed
to the
hot rods
sides.
came up a couple times. There's a couple different hot rod summons in this game.
Well, the Shiva, or Shiva, the summon for Snow, which is the classic ice summon from all the different Final Fantasy games,
Heads up, no idea what you're saying.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. The kids do know what you're saying.
Okay.
They're digging it.
Yes. Anyway, she turns into a motorcycle.
Yes.
A lesbian motorcycle.
How can the motorcycle be
Let me
lesbian?
explain.
Thank you.
Because when you summon, I'm going to say Shiva because it's actually an Indian deity, and that's how you pronounce it in some dialects. But I know I used to call it Shiva growing up. These are just little tidbits. It's SHIVA. Sorry.
In Resident Evil 5. What do they say?
I think they say Sheva, but it's because it's spelled differently.
Okay, thank you.
And it's Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, when you first summon Shiva, she is it's usually this kind of ethereal-looking woman that's usually kind of half naked with ice wrapped around her and blue clothing, and she has blue skin. Very beautiful, and she uses ice attacks. That's usually that. This time, however, when you summon her, it's like two sister-looking type creatures, right? Or lover type things.
Okay.
And
we better figure this out because we're lesbian incest. A lot of differences. Go.
All right. Well, I'm just trying to explain how I see it.
This is a crazy show. We can say whatever
crazy
we want.
pants. So they come out and they're sort of half mechanical, half organic, and they're these two ladies. And when you go into Gestalt mode, which basically combines the summon with the character that summoned that summon.
I'm with you.
When you combine them, the two girls wrap their legs around each other and they get all twisty and they turn into a motorcycle.
Okay.
And then to make it even more explicit, sexually explicit, the Snow, the dude, just gets on the motorcycle. So he's straddling this motorcycle with a girl's face like right in front of him.
That's interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
So, does the face talk and stuff?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think it just serves the purpose of being an ice motorcycle. Now, before the readers chastise me for going into this little monologue, I will say that I absolutely love how all this works because I think it's just great. It's fun, whatever. It's fine. It's not like anything is actually being sexually explicit. It's just very suggestive.
Yeah.
But
video
games
do that sometimes.
It's still a little, you still look at that and you think these are two icy ladies entwining their legs together and then having a guy sit on top of them right there. So, it's something to think about.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Wrap your head around that one.
Yeah, think about it. So anyway, what I played of the game still looks great. The character models in that game are really awesome. And when obviously there are a lot of fantastic, phenomenal-looking games out there. What you have to consider is that this game is an RPG, and it's a lot bigger and takes a lot longer than those games that are out there that are like, Gears of War 2 looks really good, but you can beat it in, 8-10 hours? Something like that?
2.
Did you beat it in 2 hours?
No, me and Levi Buchanan played it a couple nights, like 2 in the morning, which was a terrible mistake.
Yes. Well, I'm just saying that there are a lot of great-looking games. Usually the best-looking games are shorter, like Ghostbusters. With an RPG like Final Fantasy 13, it takes a lot longer to get through. I mean, we're looking at probably a 40 to 60 hour game with a lot of different environments, a lot of a giant supporting cast, cutscenes and stuff. So this is a big deal. So when a game looks that good and it's an RPG, I'm particularly impressed because I have to squeeze all that onto a Blu-ray, or if you're a 360 fan, 3 different DVDs. Anyway, I'm not crapping on the 360.
No, you should.
I am a little bit.
That system.
Do you have any questions about the event, Greg? Anything that you're being awfully quiet when I'm going on this big rant?
Well,
I'm sorry.
With all due respect, it'd be me talking about wrestling or something.
You didn't think the lesbian motorcycle thing was interesting?
See, if they're sisters and
I don't think they're sisters
or something, right?
They're just deities. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
they're probably not
are they
sisters.
Can they even be lesbian? Are they not human then? Right.
Well, they're humanoid.
Are they mixing together in some kind of loving? I mean.
No. Well, it's it's suggestive.
Okay.
I should bring up the. What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
The clip.
That tattoo song.
There we go.
No, you said
you know that song? Holy
they
crap.
performed on WWE Raw once.
Are you serious? Yeah. That's phenomenal. I love that music video. It's great.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the rumors with them?
No, let's hear.
How immediately after they released basically the song proclaiming how they love each other and they're raging lesbians, one of them got pregnant with some dude.
I did not hear that.
This is just a rumor.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was true.
I remember when the song came out and got big that there was a lot of talk that they were just doing it for publicity.
Yes.
Hey, let's talk about it.
They could be bi. It's fine.
Yeah, whatever. Live your life. Don't worry
live
about
your life. Whatever works. Get famous. Go crazy. It's fine. It's usually what happens. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
There you go. Good quote. Huh? History class. You remember?
Yeah. So that's pretty much the topic of the week. The trip was very fun. My one concern is that so far in Final Fantasy 13, the battle system hasn't quite clicked with me yet. Now, that might be because I've played it for a grand total of 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm just worried that if that one aspect of the game doesn't click, that's an enormous aspect of an RPG that won't click.
Yeah.
So, but everything else about the game is really, really impressive. Especially, even if you paid $50 just to watch all the cutscenes in that game, it'd probably almost be worth it. However, you're not going to be paying $50 because I'm going to tell you right now that in Japan it's being released for 9,000 something yen, which is basically $100.
Crazy talk.
Now, if that's
just the game. It's not a special edition.
No, that's just the game. And I don't think they're going to keep that exact pricing structure, but I have a feeling that when they release it, it's not going to be $59.99. It might be like $69.99 or something. It's going to be at
How do you feel about that?
An elite price. Because keep in mind, they released their DS games at $10 more than everyone else releases their DS games. Just saying.
Okay.
So, how do I feel about that?
I mean, in the past, have they ever released their PlayStation 2 games?
I don't think so. But I'm not sure because they've traditionally.
Games are already so expensive.
I know.
You figure the market's already filled with so many $120 games or whatever, but that come with instruments or. I mean, granted, I'm saying there's something else packed in with it for a normal game to come out that much. I guess it doesn't matter because it's Final Fantasy. Everybody's going to buy it.
In Japan, they're doing it because it's Japan, and they'll have no problem selling that game in Japan. Here, I have a feeling the most they would do is do the $10 like elite price of the game and put it out at $70.
Yeah.
But how do I feel about that? It's it's upsetting because games are so expensive, but ultimately it takes a lot of money to make those games, man.
True.
It takes a lot of money, especially the amount of production value that goes into the Final Fantasy games is so astronomically high. It's it's unbelievable. So we'll see.
Okay.
That game has a ton of promise though. So Final Fantasy fans shouldn't be too worried.
All right. Looking forward to it.
And there's that. Sorry, was that too long? Was that boring?
No. I feel sometimes you don't get to talk enough about Final Fantasy and RPGs on here.
I just don't talk a lot on the podcast.
True. Well, now
you're
Roper's
always screaming about pigs.
Oh, see, I don't even scream that
and
much.
Roper's
I
like,
get such a bad rap.
I love racing games.
That's true.
Jeff occasionally.
Remember when he wasn't here and we said we're gonna talk about racing games, and then we didn't. Just to make,
Was
just
that
to
what
make
happened?
Fun. Yeah. Remember?
Oh no.
It was great.
Oh, so Greg is going to call somebody up again. Should I get the mic again?
I got it.
Okay, gee, I'm just trying to help out. Just trying to help out.
Your kind of help.
Man.
This is another fan.
Okay.
It's ringing this time. That's a good one.
Thank God.
He just responded. He can't be that busy, right? Because he's responding to my Facebook.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box
Are we
that has
leaving a
not
message?
been set up yet.
Oh my God! Seriously, what is up with these kids? I try to be nice to you. Do
So
something crazy.
they're giving you numbers.
No, it's Facebook. They're stupid and they need all their information.
Okay.
Luke Van Der Veen. That was to you. Good job, brother.
Good job, bruh. Come on, bruh.
All right.
What's the deal?
This has been a giant failure. Everybody who called today not doing anything.
Unbelievable. Anyway, well, let's move on. That's fine.
We've
We're
been
done
all
with
over the place.
we're done with
What's
topic
up?
of the week.
Okay.
What we have left is we can go around the room.
Okay.
That might be interesting. We haven't done that in a while. What are you playing right now?
I'm playing everything for work right now. I'm playing. I just got done playing SmackDown vs. Raw for a preview.
Okay.
I'm playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance for a review.
Okay.
I am playing Ratchet and Clank for a preview that'll go tomorrow at 9 a.m. So everybody should be checking the site then.
Are you allowed to talk about that at all?
I'm not allowed. Well, I'm not allowed to talk about like my impressions of it or anything, but I can say that I'm doing.
Well, I'm just wondering how much of the game is
that I can
available.
tell you. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the first 5 levels or chapters. Or, no, I guess it's levels probably.
But it's not the full. They didn't give you the full game yet. Or
it's a special preview burn that was given away at PAX 2, maybe just press. I was
with swine flu.
Mine came straight from Sony, so I didn't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But yeah, so I get to play it in context tomorrow. See everything lined up. I need to start playing Katamari for review.
Yeah.
I need to start playing Africa for a preview. I put that in today. I didn't get to play too much of it, though.
So the readers should keep in mind, Greg is so unbelievably busy right now. So is Roper.
Yeah.
But Greg especially, too, that it makes me feel bad that I had these days off even though I'm in the office right now doing work.
Like a big old tumbleweed.
And then I have to go move. I mean, keep in mind, I'm moving on Saturday morning, right?
Yep.
Moving my entire apartment and everything. My life is moving into the city. But I haven't packed anything yet. And that's why I took those days off. Well, yeah, but I mean, they're not. They can't move every single one of my DVDs, all my personal effects.
When I moved out here from Missouri and had a professional movie company, they told me not to touch anything.
Really?
That they did it all and they cataloged it. I mean, it's don't get me wrong, it's probably a different thing.
They didn't quite catalog everything, yeah.
Okay.
But this is the company that I'm actually getting. The movers are really good.
Okay.
So that's good.
So what are you playing right now? Since did you play anything on the plane? Did you bring some?
Yeah, I played Dissidia, or I brought Dissidia. And I'm gonna tell the readers right now that game keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Okay. I have put in close to 50 hours into that game because I was reviewing it. I was the one that reviewed it, and I've been playing it for leisure afterwards. It is rare for me to work that hard on a game for review and then just continue playing it for fun and just have a great time. It's also rare for a game where you beat it about 3 times and you're still unlocking giant story sections to keep playing with.
True.
Just phenomenal PSP game. Unbelievable
how much
work.
Are you into it right now?
About 50, I'd say.
Good. So I'm still further in Patapon than you are. Excellent.
Yeah, whatever.
Patapon 2.
You'll see.
The never-ending game.
The amount, considering that I think right now my main character that I've been using is about level 80 or so out of 99.
Okay, that's good.
That's very good.
Where that one's going.
Now, that's just one character out of the cast of 20-something that you can level up that much. Unbelievable.
Yep.
It breaks my mind when I think about how much content is in.
Are you ever going to stop playing it, you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, probably eventually one day, but I'm nowhere near finishing it. Also, since 2 of my new roommates, Mike Pereira and Gajan
That's what we call them.
or Gaj, they are both Dissidia fans, so we're all going to be playing. Yeah, so we're all going to be playing multiplayer and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been playing that for fun. I also just started Muramasa last night, which is that really good-looking Wii game that's all 2D. It's from the same people that did Odin Sphere and Grim Grimoire, which are things that you liked. Well, you liked Grim Grimoire.
I really liked Grim Grimoire.
Did you ever play Odin Sphere?
No, but I lived with Micah, and he played it, and I watched a lot of it.
Okay.
It was a beautiful game,
yeah.
but beautiful. It wouldn't be something that I was like.
That was my grandfather, by the way. Shout out to my gramps. So yeah, that's around the room right now. I am not playing anything for work right at the moment, just because I got back from the event and now I have to move. But I will be soon. More on that later. No editor beatdowns. You guys don't understand how busy we are.
Screwed. Yeah.
PSN hits. Oh man, I think I have one on Facebook, but are there any hit? Do you have any hits for Facebook?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You know what?
Yeah, go.
All right, what we'll do is when I come back to introduce the song, I'll give my hit. Okay, so we'll do that. Any liars in the room today?
I don't think so.
Okay, I think we've been pretty honest with each other.
Yeah.
You're a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
See, that was the truth, because I couldn't lie, because there's no liars in this room.
Okay.
See? So that was just a... Anyway, housekeeping notes. Rate us on iTunes if you haven't already.
Yes.
Right? Greg, you're the
Follow
host.
us
I don't know
on
why.
Twitter.
Sorry.
No, I like
I'm just starting
I like
to
you
chat.
get to do it. It's
Okay.
good. This has been a very conversational, crazy episode of Beyond.
Crazy pants.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter at IGN.com.
No dot.
That
always confuses me.
Yeah.
There's no dot. It's just IGN and then lowercase com.
You can contact all of us on Facebook, but of course, if you'd like a question on Beyond, you should hit up the IGN message boards or send us an email at beyond@ign.com.
Yes. I think that's one of the... I prefer when readers send me in messages, I love responding, but I prefer that they're just like personal questions like, how are you doing? What do you think of this game? Don't send our Beyond questions to us on Facebook because it's a little harder to access.
Yeah, that's a pain in the butt.
So we prefer to get official Beyond questions at either beyond@ign.com or our message boards. However,
you can find it boards at IGN.com.
Yes, but if you would like to send me dating questions or something like that, which I have gotten,
no, don't do. Knockin' Boots can take care of that on GameScoop every Friday. You don't have to contact Ryan Clements.
Knockin' Boots is the humorous response to those dating situations.
I set up a guy's thrirsome.
Well, that was just one extreme rarity. Okay,
whatever.
Yeah.
We have success stories all the time.
Anyway.
I talked that one guy out of cheating on his wife.
So all the readers that want some good earnest advice, you can come to me. If you want to get threesomes, you can talk to Greg.
I already gave good. You're such a jerk. You don't even listen to GameScoop.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. I'm sorry.
All right, that's it.
No,
you can finish the show by yourself.
No,
How about that? Then you'll have nobody in here.
First of all, I love GameScoop. I just don't have time to listen to it, man. You don't listen to Beyond or GameScoop when you're recording them.
Oh my God, that's my favorite thing to do. Are you kidding me?
Oh really? Do you go back and listen?
That's my favorite thing. No, the day you post them, I download them.
Oh, okay.
I love the fact being a fan it's very weird now to be working at IGN and be on the podcast that I used to listen to. Because when we're in here doing this, there's no magic to this. It's just you and me talking, acting like idiots, calling people who don't answer their phone. But when you aren't there and there's the opening and then people are talking, you're jumping. I mean, it's a completely different experience when you listen. I love to have that chance of being able to listen and not be a part of it.
Maybe I'll start doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. Anyway, I think that was whoa. Are there any other housekeeping notes? Let's see. We have a little note for us on the wall, which I can check. I think that's. I think we covered everything.
Okay, good.
So,
this is a good show. I like what we did
Beyond
here.
Episode Crazy Pants. Make sure to rename episode 106 as episode Crazy Pants, unless you're obsessive compulsive like I am, and you would not absolutely in any circumstance change the official name.
All right. We got to wrap this up. I got to go. I had a bet with Craig Harris.
Okay.
This is a good one on what Chinatown Wars would look like on PSP. I said it would look just like the DS version, like brought over. I mean, obviously up to visuals. He said that it would be the Chinatown Wars story in like the Liberty City engine. And I said, that's preposterous. There's no way they're doing that.
No, it's just going to be...
Of course, I was right. So Craig Harris must buy me a KFC lunch, which we're going to go eat now.
Yeah, let's go. You guys go do that. I will be right back, readers. I'm just going to put in a little static, and then I'll introduce our song.
Death metal.
And our... I don't know whose... I want to give credit to the person who does the
but
song.
I'm saying it will be a death metal song.
It's going to be a death metal song. Do we have any requests for next week's song?
Something Weezer. Put Beyond into a Weezer song.
Beyond for Weezer? Okay, so send us in your songs, beyond@ign.com. Preferably ones with awesome instrumentals. But if you just want to do a cappella, that's fine too. I'll be right back, guys, to give you your song and PSN hit. Beyond. Hey, everybody, I'm back. All right, we had a delicious lunch, and now I can conclude the podcast with a little PSN hit and also a reader-submitted song. First, let's get to the hit. I had a Facebook message come in from a gal who asked, I believe, in the headline of the Facebook message. She said something along the lines of, "You do like girls, right?" Which is an interesting way to start the things off. Basically, she was alluding to the fact that on Podcast Beyond, we rarely have the chance to do a girl hit of the week. So I guess that's what we're going to do now. She's married, so don't try anything funny. Let's send this out to, I believe you pronounce her name, Delora. Let's send that PSN hit to Dr. G. Peds. That sounds strangely familiar, so I have a feeling she's written in before. But in case she hasn't, that's Dr. _ the letter G _ Peds. P-E-D-S. Dr. G. Peds. You may now PSN it confirm. It's weird to do that when I'm the only one in the room. No one is here to laugh. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the show. Again, write to us at beyond@ign.com. We had a wonderful submission of some death metal for Roper. There was a little band called Victims of Contagion. You can find them on MySpace. Just Google Victims of Contagion. Apparently they're all video game fans. They do some death metal. It's not really my thing, but you know what? I'm open-minded. I want to put this in here. This song is called Aphrodite, My Pestilent Goddess, which I think is the best name ever. Let's listen to that, all for Roper. And remember, next week it's going to be Weezer, so send in your songs and keep on beyondin'. Beyond! Also consider that since I can't understand any of the lyrics in this song, I do have to put this in here. This content may not be appropriate for children under 18.
you think there's something now that you see?